Yo, 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 yo. This is your boy DJ Glow. What is up? What is happening? We're back here for another episode of You Know What. This is The Vibes. And obviously, because you've clicked on the show, you know what we're talking about. I don't know if it's something that is just, off the top, but I don't know. I think that has become the GOAT Vibes byline, because every time I go into what we are talking about, because you've clicked on the show, and of course you've clicked on the show. But anyway, let's get into the juice of this topic without even sidetracking. We are going to be talking trending. You know what it is, you know what we do. And so it's going to be an interesting show as usual. We are talking trending and whatever drama that is on the scene, we are at it. But we also give you the best of the best content, followed by the best music. That is Active FM, and that is what we are about. But before we go into, the juice of this show, we are going to listen to some fire, some heat music right here on Active FM. And this one is by Bizzle. It's called Devil's Work Response. Let's go.
Joiner, I hear you going through some things and it's getting tough, but I see you got my word with you. It's a shame how the pain only thing make you pick it up. And you complain when it rains just once, but I never hear thanks for that 100 days with the sun. Could've ran to me first, ran to the drink first, and now I gotta have this conversation with you when you drunk. See, before I even start addressing it, I don't owe you any answers, so don't get used to it. But I feel like you being genuine. But the truth is you can't handle the truth, Lucas. But you kept it a buck and I love that. If I kept it a buck back, could you take what you stepping in? I know it's other folk that feel like you, so first thing I'ma do is let you know who you questioning. I am the God who created the earth. I knew you start feeling yourself, so I made you from dirt. Ain't no battery in your body, so who making it work? I made the earth perfect, it's y'all making it worse. Who put the seed in the fruit, put the fruit in the tree, and that tree in another little seed but me? Then turn around and made you the same way after that. For you was in your daddy sack and his daddy sack. I am the one that put breath in your lungs and created the same mind that you question me from. You were lost, I'm the way, I'm the potter, you the clay, and now the clay got something to say. Okay, you can never check me, so check this. Your standard for right and wrong is me. I am the checklist, I am right. Wrong is whatever you're left with. I am life, you without me is what death is. I am the judge, you answer me. If I throw lightning, who throws it back at me? Nobody. And if all this falls, who can stand but me? You go to the cross for you cross-examine me. You say I made mistakes, you mistaken me. You made gods out of men who were clay to me. You put lives over lives that you ain't create, then feel away cause all flesh the same to me. What if some of the people you naming to me wasn't really everything that you made them to be? Or worse, what if they are and I take them with me? Are you telling me it's any better place they could be? Either way, you don't know, you just gotta push through. Cause while you over here saying what I should do, somebody lost somebody last week and came at me the same way saying I should've took you. You asked why the good die young, but the truth is none of y'all are good, not one. The only one ever been good's my son. So to answer your question, the good died once. Jesus. What if I told you to choose when your mom died? You think you could choose when your mom died? If you put it off 20 years away, 20 years later when that day came, would you not cry? You couldn't be God, you are not I. My ways are not yours, your thoughts are not mine. You can't even deal with the pressure of your own life when you're not high. Try looking in the God mind. See, I love them more than you ever did, more than you ever could. Death doesn't lessen it. Let my own son meet death as the evidence, and I love them all, rap star to the president. The real question is, what you living like? If I punish every sin, would you live tonight? So how you get mad when I get them other folks same chances I give you to get it right? You got a son that one day will be a man. You expect him to trust you and he don't understand or even know what you up to. Cause he knows that you love him, right? So trust that I love you.
It's your boy CJ. You're listening to Active FM. You know what it is. Time to turn the world upside down.
Okay, of course, yes, we are back And yeah, this is the vibes. I've sort of gone back to my British accent. That persona has sort of come back. It's been gone for a while. I think it's because people were, sort of complaining. They were like, why do you always switch to a British accent? Well, in case you didn't know, I've probably mentioned this, but I think somewhere in my bloodline, I probably don't know exactly where, but someone, was British, even though I'm 100% black. I don't know how that works, but yes, I think someone in my bloodline was British. But anyway, we are going to get into this hot show, and yeah, man, I have a whole lot of interesting information for you today. And yes, I have switched to the American accent, and something that I'd like to discuss today is something that a lot of us do not like. Us movie fans, us hero fans, and I said hero, so you probably know what I'm going to be speaking about today. But this has been quite a crash in the world of comics, in the world of DC, and in just superhero world. So now listen to this. New Superman comes out as bisexual in upcoming DC comic. Let's put a pause there. Like, whoa, how does that even work? I mean, that is something that is super crazy. Like, this is the Superman that we grew up watching, that we looked up to. The same Superman that everybody, I don't know if this is my experience alone. It definitely cannot be. But I remember days back when I was a little kid and, would watch Superman movies or animated comics, stuff like that, of Superman. And after watching a Superman cartoon, an episode of a Superman series or anything like that, we'd go in our undies and a towel wrapped around our neck, which is supposed to be, the cape. And, you'd start running around. And to an extent, I'd even picture myself flying like Superman. Now, this is who they called the Man of Steel, because he had so much strength. And his only weakness was a kryptonite. Usually, there's different weaknesses that people will attach to man, the strongest one being woman. But Superman's weakness is not woman. Superman's weakness is a kryptonite. And now Superman comes out to be bisexual. That is some interesting news, but I'm just going to give you a quick read on some article on this, and then we're going to get into more of this. So anyway, happy coming out day to the latest Man of Steel, so they say. DC Comics announced Monday on National Coming Out Day that the new Superman is bisexual and will start a relationship with a man in the forthcoming issue of Superman. Son of Kal-El, as first reported by IGN. John Kent, the son of Clark Kent, and Lois Lane, who inherited his father's powers, will fall for reporter Jay Nakamura, whom he met while trying and failing to attend high school using a secret identity, according to the New York Times. After John Kent burned out from trying to save everyone that he can, Jay is there to care for him, according to a news release from DC Comics. That is what is going on. And the two kiss in the 5th issue, which will hit stands November 9th. I've always said everyone needs heroes, and everyone deserves to see themselves in their heroes, and I'm very grateful DC and Warner Bros. share this idea. Writer Tom Taylor said, according to the release, Superman's symbol has always stood for hope, for truth and justice. Today, that symbol represents something more. Today, more people can see themselves in the most powerful superhero in comics. Now, I don't know about you, but you tell me that Superman coming out as bisexual is more powerful. And I don't see that as powerful. As a matter of fact, I see that as weak, because now, people have had bad experiences in life and, have had hurts from many reasons and have turned to stuff like bisexualism or gayism or transgenderism of some sort. And they find that their escape, and I say that with inverted commas, their escape is to be in another body because they don't feel comfortable being in the gender specific that they are. And that is people hiding away or trying to, run from the image that they were naturally created in. And people see that as powerful. I don't know about you, but I feel like this is a lot of brainwashing that is going on, and this is disgusting. This is also why I am not a big fan of, superhero movies. It has nothing to do previously, like with this, transgenderism or coming out or whatever. But like, this is messed up. And believe me, as much as people are, getting accustomed to such, I feel like this is going to take a lot of the views down, and people will be standing against this. Obviously, people will be cancelled, but I feel like this is messed up. Personally, I am not in support of this, and I'm definitely not going to watch any LGBTQ Superman or anything like that. This is disgusting. They're showing the pics of the animated Superman with him kissing another boy. And yeah, like I said, that's disgusting, and please do not let our kids watch this. I do not encourage you watch it. To be quite honest, it's very disgusting. But anyway, moving on to something less discomforting. Under eye circles are cool now, according to TikTok and fashion runways. Now you're probably wondering, why am I speaking about under eye circles? Yes, I do not do makeup. Don't worry, I'm not like Superman coming out. I'm purely, heterosexual. I'm a man, not feeling like a woman, and not coming out because I am a man. And that's how I'm made to be. So yes, anyway, according to TikTok and fashion runways, under eye circles are now, the in thing. So anyway, let's get into this. So under eye circles kicked off the trend, and the trend, which is obviously this: when it comes to an eye makeup routine, our eyelids and lashes usually see the most of the action, but social media users and fashion designers seem to feel strongly that the area under our eyes also deserves its moment of shine, from intentional under eye circles to bejeweled detailing and everything in between. Bold under eye makeup is definitely trending, as first reported by The Cut. And even though we never expected it, we don't necessarily hate the look. So, I don't see a problem with, if you ask me, I don't do makeup because, I'm a guy, and I know obviously there are guys that do some sort of makeup to an extent, mostly people that are going, on television and stuff, because they do it to, hide unwanted marks or any way of you looking shabby. But then, for the ladies, I feel like to an extent it looks a bit weird, but I'm not going to talk too much on that because that is not my department. I'll leave that for the experts, the ladies. But I just thought I'd give you guys, a little lowdown, a little scoop of under eye circles. And yeah, for all the people that are interested in that, just, go and, do your thing. So anyway, next thing that we are speaking about, Timothée Chalamet shares first look of himself as Willy Wonka, and Chalamet will be the third actor on screen portraying the iconic character. Timothée Chalamet just gave fans a first look into his role as Willy Wonka. On Sunday, Chalamet shared a photo of himself on the set of the upcoming movie musical Wonka in the classic Willy Wonka silhouette, donning a purple velvet jacket, patterned scarf, and a brown top hot to complete the look. And I'm looking at the picture right now on Instagram. If you want to see it, just go to Instagram and search for Timothée Chalamet. His handles are T Chalamet. If you want to know how to spell Chalamet, it's Chalamet. And yeah, just go look him up, and I must say he looks pretty cool in that. The suspense is terrible. I hope it will last, Wonka. The actor captioned the post on Instagram, so that's the caption he put on the post. The 25-year-old sent fans into a frenzy as they reacted to the first glimpse at the young actor taking in such an iconic role. I have never been so excited for anything. One fan wrote. Another wrote, OMG, Timothy Wonka, I'm so excited. Even some of the actor's celebrity friends got into the action, flooding the comment section with notes of encouragement and excitement for Chalamet. Absolutely, Zendaya commented, and we all know who Zendaya is. She's a famous actor, also singer, and she does a whole lot of other things. But anyway, yeah, so Kiernan Shipka simply wrote, oh my, and I'm not going to say what comes after oh my, you can figure it out because that's blasphemous to me. And someone else said, all about this ex, that's Rebel Wilson. And so Timothy Chalamet will be portraying the new Willy Wonka. Aren't we excited to see that? It was announced back in May that Chalamet would be filling a role once held by Gene Wilder in the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and Johnny Depp in the 2005 movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Now, isn't that a movie that we all loved? Anyway, Wonka will serve as a prequel to the 1964 Roald Dahl classic Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The film will be musical that is based in the early life of Wonka, delving deeper into the backstory and upbringing of the mysterious chocolatier. Much of the plot is still under wraps for the Warner Bros. Production, but Chalamet's representatives confirmed that he would be singing and dancing in Wonka. Paul King will be directing the upcoming film, which is slated to hit theaters on March 17, 2023. Oh man, I was hoping that would be coming sooner. I feel like that's a long time to wait for that, but I guess it'll all be worth it. So big ups to Timothy Chalamet and his role in Wonka. I believe he's going to kill it and not in a negative way. So yeah, that was some interesting news, and yeah, we are going to go into the last juicy news of the show before we close. So now this one is somewhat very touchy, if you can say, and yeah, I'm not going to reveal it too much. Let's just go straight into it. So this one is about a boy from Texas who disappeared from home while playing with a dog and found alive. Isn't that some interesting news? So a 3-year-old boy who had been missing in Texas since Wednesday afternoon has been found alive. Grimes County Sheriff Don Sowell told NBC News that Christopher Ramirez was found at 11:15 a.m. on Saturday after a citizen called in after hearing some noise. It looks like a little boy was just lost in the woods, Sowell said, adding that he was found almost 5 miles from his home in Plantersville. The boy and his mother, Araceli Nunes, have already been reunited while Christopher seemed in good shape. The boy was taken to a children's hospital out of precaution, Sowell said. More than 150 law enforcement officials from several agencies, as well as search organizations and volunteers, had been searching for Christopher since Wednesday. The search party inspected several water tanks and reservoirs in the area. They also conducted ground searches with K9 units and surveyed the area with drones and helicopters. Officials reviewed surveillance footage from nearby homes. Search operations reached a standstill on Friday afternoon as authorities waited for any tips through 911 calls or through their dispatch center. Christopher initially disappeared while his mother and another family member were unloading groceries from their car at around 1:30 p.m. Wednesday. The boy was playing with his dog outside the home and chased it out of sight of the adults, the family said. While the dog came back to the house, the boy did not. That is some interesting news. And I don't know how exactly this happened in this context and in this situation, but generally I would actually expect my dog to somewhat help look after the kid. And obviously a dog cannot exactly do that in a human's perspective, but from what we've seen, and obviously depending to the level your dog is trained, generally dogs are what we say caring animals. They are caring domestics, And it's kind of interesting to see that the dog didn't kind of like lead them to where the boy could have been, because they were together. But at the same time, how did the boy actually just disappear? I mean, I get the fact that, they lost track of the boy while unloading groceries, but also I feel like this is kind of a bit tricky. But I'm glad that the boy was found, and there was actually serious search that went on to find this boy. Drones, helicopter searches. I mean, that is really cool to see the extent that was taken, to find this little boy and return him back to his rightful place at his home with his mom. And the boy is safe now, so I guess, yeah, big ups to him, and yeah, good for him and his mom. So that is it, folks. That is what we have for this week on our trend list. That's been what's popping, and unfortunately we have to, as Active FM, pop out of the session. And yeah, we'll see you on another one next week. You know how we do it. Where we are at, same place, same time every week. But you can catch us anytime. Just hop onto our podcast and play. Make sure you share. Make sure you comment on our social media pages, like, follow, and do the most. Tell us how you feel. Share your thoughts on the news, and yeah, let's just have fun with it. This is me signing out. Peace.
Rich Urban. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss, but it ain't game over. It could always be some bad times, yeah. Just know that God is always watching, and I'm praying for you. Keep waiting on God's timing. This is it, this is God's moment. This is it, this is God's moment. This is it, this is God's moment. This is it, this is it, this is God's moment. Stress on my mind and my mind going. I need some relief, I need some more closure. I leave when it killed this, I need something stronger. Yes, it probably get better when I give it over. No, you tired of running, you need some new shoes. Oh, you so prideful, man, you need a new crew. I know it's painful, but you was born for winning. The sun is risen, it's organic. You just have to live in it. Now I'm winning, yeah, I'm popping, but not popular. I'm popping the PNs, I know my God is greater than whatever that you live in. If it's stress, if it's death, or maybe wealth, and preaching prosperity, but I know my God is the best. I'm praying that you hear me. I know my God is the one who saves. He put your name on a page, he knows your name. When you feel that way, that's calling his name. Jesus is the one who saves. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss, but it ain't game over. It could always be some bad times, yeah. Just know that God is always watching, and I'm praying for you. Keep waiting on God's timing. This is it, this is God's moment. This is it, this is God's moment. This is it, this is God's moment. This is it, this is it, this is God's moment. His word on my mind and my mind flowing. I needed something new, so I got closer. Now the sun on me, I became solar. He reflect on me, now I shine brighter. Tired of running, I got some new shoes. Now I'm winning, man, I got a new crew. It was painful, but I was born for winning. The sun has risen, it's organic. I didn't have to live in it. I could remember all the time that I didn't have nothing. Now I'm saved by his grace, now I'm mastered. I could have lost my mind, could have happened anytime, but the spirit came inside, now I'm mad shining. I'm praying that you hear me. I know my God is the one who saves. He put your name on a page, he knows your name. When you feel that way, that's calling his name. Jesus is the one who saves. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss, but it ain't game over. It could always be some bad times, yeah. Just know that God is always watching, and I'm praying for you. Keep waiting on God's timing. This is it, this is God's moment. This is it, this is God's moment. This is it, this is God's moment. This is it, this is it, this is God's moment.
Well then catch us on Instagram at ActiveFM777, Twitter and Gab at ActiveFM, Facebook at ActiveFM/777, as well as YouTube at ActiveFM and our website at www.activefm.co.za. Don't stop, don't hesitate. Find, follow and enjoy us on all our different platforms. You don't want to miss out.